Hi chat, we're back in Chittering gutters because I said, oh yeah, when they fix piercing, I'll run it back just to see if it, just because I think Herald's Cruelty might be nicer. And they fix piercing, and now I have to run it back. I'll be recording half of this with. Technically, these are white delve arrows, but they might as well be normal arrows. I don't think the fire aspect makes that much of a difference. And then I'll give like the later half of the POI a shot with yeesh. I'll give the later half of the POI a shot with the Willow's arrows, which I bought some of just to use in this experiment. The delve points are the same as last time, which means yes, this is going to be a Legionary 5 content. The main benefit I foresee is actually that the Luminous infusions are going to deal slightly more damage because of that 15% we see on. Because of that 15% we're seeing on Herald's Cruelty itself. Should really. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I was gonna say I should really be using my abilities. Not sure why I was just sitting there and missing all of my shots with my bow there. This thing's going to use so many arrows. I swear the volatile flesh mass is affected by Legionary, and I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think the real trick about quick charge crossbows is that you have to get used to the rhythm of it. Since I'm used to the rhythm, the quick charge, the quick charge 2 rhythm, it can be a little bit difficult to maximize the use of quick charge 3. I feel like I'm just holding for as long as I would for 2, and then therefore I'm wasting a lot of power. The other thing is that I do actually have to aim on this build. Can't really pull the usual thing I do on the Unoi Marvelous build, where I'm just like, yeah, just aim in that general direction, you'll be fine. I mean, say that, and then I do the same thing with like, are those the elites? And I do the same thing with like the kind of light Luminous Infusion, kind of hand wavy jazz. I feel like Luminous Infusion Cleric gets away with a lot just because if you manage to pop off the LI, you kinda just. It just kinda explodes. And life is good. Just don't know that's. Okay, this is going to be a pain because I've let 2 volatile flesh masses blow up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this one off. Depends on how well I can mark out and get the kills to fuel LI. In my opinion, Herald's Cruelty is like. The stats on Herald's Cruelty are really weird when you look at them, because this is basically just. Oh my days, that was a 2-shot. Herald's Cruelty is essentially just hypersonic screwdriver, except it has piercing, and you actually have to control when to use shots. The problem is that I am Asian, and therefore my ping is 289, so it's kind of hard to use a quick charge weapon. I think they reworked this encounter too. I can see because the spawner color is not a spawner color that I'm familiar with. Oh. Actually not that big a fan of Chittering with Pernicious, because it spills water everywhere. What even is this spawner? It's like an alert spawner, right? I think it maybe it like pops all the spawners around it. I don't know, it just says alert and then goes away. I mean, heck, it might be bugged and I'd be none the wiser. Ultimately, I just kind of feel like if you run Herald's Cruelty, you'll end up with the issue of it's not marvelous. You don't get feeling of being able to sort of run and gun. I mean, maybe you do by virtue of you being able to. Did it detonate already? No, that's the detonation. Yeah, you can already see that that's a slightly cleaner way to have the mob blow up. Okay. Oh, I don't know how it had 1 health already, but that works. I think exemplified in that example is how LI Paladin can kind of get away with screwing up, because I mean, if you're about to die, just Luminous Infusion, you'll probably kill something, right? And once you kill something, you get Boon. I mean, you don't even need Boon, you just straight up need the DJ healing. And that's enough. Of course, this is like with Cleric, this is with Cleric being cooked up on its funny damage buffs. Namely, I might die here. I don't see a way out. Damn. Well, okay, sometimes you have no ways out, and that's because all of your abilities are on cooldown, and you have no Luminous Infusion stacks because you wasted it. Arguably, even that encounter shouldn't have killed me. That's a skill issue on my part, because I chose to aim at the lone enemy when I should have realized there were enemies behind me. Ouch. You would think that as a ranged paladin, Crusade, you wouldn't be as significant, but it really is. Like, I can feel that the damage is better when there are mobs nearby, and not as good when there aren't. They also made the Carrion Crawler heal, I think 15% per kill, and not 40% anymore. Looking at those numbers, like 40% seems a little bit unreasonable, especially at that I'm gonna show it to you later, I suppose. Especially at that point in the POI where it's like, they've got the trap spawner. Which spawns like 5 random things. And one of them is almost always going to be a... Oh my days. Anyways, yes, I would consider that getting away with it. Messing up and getting away with it. The Stingtails, that's a very interesting encounter that I've never had the fortune or misfortune of properly doing before. The Stingtails pulling you directly into spawner range of the other mobs. Which is pretty interesting, might consider suggesting more of that kind of thing in the future. But yeah, as you can see, I was able to simply Luminous Infusion once, Luminous Infusion a second time, and the mob and everything was gone. Although I must say I am somewhat warming to the playstyle of Herald's. Okay. I think this is a good point to switch to Black Bearer. Just to show off. Because I think it's... I don't know, I wouldn't say if it's halfway or not. I don't really remember how far into the POI I am, but might as well switch somewhere. So basically this is going to bring the damage from 13 to 17 at close range. This is big, like really big. I don't know if you know how big this is for DJ, but like buffing it from 13 to 17 is like bringing it halfway between the damage that it would get if it was an UI, right? So many. And maybe it's not as where's the mob that I am not going to pop an LI, an 8-stack LI on one mob? Surely I have more dignity than that. I'm not certain on whether this is worse in terms of losing your family fortune on Delve Arrows or Coven Mon is worse. I mean, I discovered recently that despite having multi-shot, an OI only takes 1 arrow per shot, so that's not as bad as I used to think. Well, Karen Crawler spawning in a group, especially with Legionary, can be pretty scary. I should really be using my Herald's Cruelty to pop my allies because it does have that 15% damage increase. I think that used to be a shielded spawner, not anymore. Oh, and they fixed the bug where this was from the wrong region as well. Or rather, Delphimmune. Yep, they definitely fixed the bug where it was Delphimmune, huh? The fact that you can put point blank on arrows is so strange to me. Because being able to buff the base damage like that is a very, very, very strong effect. And one that does not at all go over well when you try and scale the arrows between regions, surely, right? Because I mean, wouldn't point blank 2 be even more insane in R1? Because, you know, 4 base damage is... I mean, maybe you could get away with a 4 base damage drop in R3, but in R1, that's like, what, like... Remember, Law of the Valley is 15 damage. That could be... I'm trying to have a single thought. My brain does not like it. It's not cooperating with my quest to get a single thought out. Yeah, that's like, what, 4/15? Nearly a third of your damage. Just dependent on your arrow. Of course, it's like sniper damage. It's point blank damage, so it's a bit more situational. But I think it's very powerful regardless. Is this a mix spawner? It's not, right? The other thing you'll notice as a big quality of life improvement from watching this video instead of the old one is that the Luminous is that skill visual update hit before this, and so you don't have to deal with Totem of Undying Luminous Infusion sound effect anymore. Not sure if this is like just what R3 balance is like now, or whether they really did turn the dial a little bit too high on the whole Luminous Infusion thing, because it used to be like, I mean, I'd say it used to be a matter of do one rogue crit in... Used to be a matter of being able to do one rogue crit only after you got like 12 crits off, 12 normal crits off in an AoE, and then it moved into its current iteration, which is really more of a matter of do a rogue crit in an AoE against, do a BMB Regicide boosted elite rogue crit in AoE, and then do it a second time, and then maybe if you're lucky you could do it a third time. It's just kind of ridiculous. Sadly, I don't think we have the means to get a our 8 stack of LI up, but Chittering Boss is actually excellent for this purpose because Chittering Boss spawns fodder, and fodder is 3 LI stacks. Observe the following. The cleanup is going to take longer than the boss. Well, that's Chittering. That's Chittering with Herald's Cruelty. I'll leave you to decide whether it's better than the Inurai Marvelous or not. The game seems to have said something because it's given me a rare. Bye bye.